Alright, hey guys, it's me again, and today we're going to talk about Protea, and my honest thoughts on Protea are, she is really good. Now she's kind of like a Mesa Trinity hybrid, sort of. Now she's not better than both of those frames, but she is a very close second. Now even before the buffs, I thought she was really good, and I feel like the buffs don't change her like drastically. It's not a game changer, but they are welcome changes. I did notice that a lot of people are sort of struggling to be effective with Protea, and my advice to those people are just go all in on duration. Don't even worry about strength. I know strength has some compelling benefits, but trust me, the benefits from duration far outweigh those of strength. And I'm going to prove it here. But first, let's go over her abilities. So her first ability is Grenade Fan. If you tap it, you get like shrapnel slash grenades. And if you hold it, you get shield grenades. Now, even after they buffed the slash grenade, to do double damage, it is still not that powerful and not worth using at all. As you see, it gives slash procs and it CCs the enemy, but her 2 is far better at both of those things. So there's still no real reason to use the shrapnel grenade. And even if you're in a pinch, say I get hit a little, I can just use my shield grenade, right? And that's just going to be better overall. Now, her second ability is Blaze Artillery. Now, if you're going to listen to anything I say in this video, listen to this right here. This is super important. So, Blaze Artillery is her turret ability. Now, you can have a maximum of 3 of these out. But as you can see, your turret has combo. Now, that combo increases every time the turret gets a hit. So to get the best damage out of your turrets, you're going to want to focus on getting as much combo as you possibly can. And that's much easier to do with just duration. And just to show you, I'm going to compare duration versus strength here. So here's the build. And you can see it's just mostly duration with a little bit of power strength. And the only reason I even have power strength here is because I can't put duration in my X-list slide. Blaze Artillery is affected by range mods and has a base of 30 meters. So you really don't want to go into negative range territory with this. This is what it performs like. So I'm going to turn invincibility back on. We're going to get this heavy gunner. We're going to shoot him with 1 turret. You can see our combo's going up every time we get a hit, and so is our damage. Up to a 20 times combo, so 20 times that damage. Or I'll let the fire proc run out. You can see about half health. Now we're going to compare that to an all-strength build. Okay? So we have over 300% power strength, and instead of using 1 turret, we're going to use 3. Just to show you, so our heavy gunner, okay, and you see, burning. It is barely better. 3 whole turrets with over 300% power strength is barely better than 1 turret with a lot of duration. Now, sure, you could say that if as soon as I add, a little bit of duration, the build becomes a bit better, as 3 turrets should kill this heavy gunner. Right, so 3 turrets, just a little bit of duration more, sure, that kills that heavy gunner. But if we go back to the duration build, and we also use 3 turrets over here, it also kills that heavy gunner. So overall, you're just going to use more duration because that leaves room for efficiency, which means I can use that ability a lot more. Hell, I can even spam it versus with this build, I could only use the ability like, what, max 3 times before I ran out of energy? Yeah. Now against multiple targets, now let's say I bring in 20 heavy gunners, it's not as good. So if I just put multiple turrets down here, right? Not as good because it doesn't do the same even damage to everyone. But the benefit of this duration build is I can spam it because I have a ton of efficiency, right? I can afford to fit in there, and turrets basically cost me nothing, so I can just keep spamming this over and over again, right? And if I do need energy, I can just plop down a dispenser. Now keep in mind, these turrets do have a radius, a limited radius, so they only shoot enemies within a 130 degree arc, so they're not like 360 degree turrets, so keep that in mind. Our third ability is, well, her Dispenser. And what it does is it dispenses health, ammo, and energy in that order. And then it will dispense whatever you need. Or basically whatever you're short on. Which is very, very good. Now, this is really powerful because the thing with this is you don't need to even deal with enemies to use this. It's like, say, Trinity, for example, she needs to have a target available or alive to even EV that target. Or let's say Necros. Necros needs to actually get kills to get health orbs from his Desecrate. But with this, I don't have to do any of that. And on top of that, I get ammo. I'm the only Warframe in the game that can generate ammo out of thin air. And it's not just like any ammo too, it's Omni ammo. So it works with all weapons, and that includes arc guns. So I just pull out my arc gun here. Right? Shoot a little grenades, let's reload. And it refills my arc gun. Originally, I was going with a spam heavy build like this. And with this build, what it allowed me to do is just spam my turrets one after another. And I thought I was skewing the Dispenser towards energy. But it turns out that the drops from the Dispenser are actually client side. And what that means is that the drops from the Dispenser are going to be different for everybody. So it's going to drop things based on what each individual player needs. Now, I was also stressing about power strength in this build because I wanted to increase that extra pickup chance on this. So it has a chance to drop like an extra energy orb or an extra health orb or extra ammo. But you don't even have to worry about that either. Because if you just go over to your companions and pull out a Sahasa Kubro, right, which effectively does the same thing except we don't get the mega health or mega energy orbs, right? It effectively does the same thing. So now with this, I effectively have 2 dispensers. So I can completely bypass that extra pickup chance. Now your fourth ability is a rewind ability, and what this does is it allows you to return to your previous state from when you activated the ability. So it's kind of like loading a quick save. Now this can work for you and against you, so you're gonna have to be careful with this ability. And what I mean by that is, if I cast this ability at full energy, right, and let's say I just spam my powers, absolutely spam my powers, and I spam my gun, as you can see, it will return all of my energy and my ammo back as if nothing ever happened. So when this ability is up, you're basically consequence free. However, this can work against you. So I'm going to turn off invincibility real fast. And let's say I activate this ability, but somewhere along the way, I want to grab overshields from my first ability. So I have overshields from the shield grenade. I'm just going to let that like fill up to, you know, 1650, which is what, normal cap for overshields. So yeah, 1650, right? The ability is rewinding. So I'm returning back to that state. And as you can see, I will even lose my overshields. Now, thankfully, I have quite a bit of duration, so I can just get those shields right back without having to cast the ability again. You will return exactly to the state you are at. Same thing applies to health. All right, so let's say I lost a little health from like a heavy gunner. So I'm gonna let this heavy gunner shoot me. All right, and then hit me again. Okay, so I'm down to low health. Right, I hit my rewind ability, and let's say I gain health or something like that from a health orb. Or I could just plop my dispenser down and get those mega health orbs. Right, so I'm back to full health. But when I rewind, remember, it returns me exactly to the way I was. So now I'm back at low health. Also, this ability has 2 other functions. It basically acts as a second life. As you can see, it doesn't allow you to die when you're in this state. But it does reduce you to a very low health when you do die, and it does ragdoll you. So that could end up killing you anyways. Now, the other thing this ability can do is it can technically act as a nuke ability. So the way that works is basically while you're in your 4, there's a little damage counter. So I'm just going to activate my 4, activate my turrets. And you see the damage counter is going up and up and up. Let's say I kill some of these guys. Right? Right, so I have like 500,000 damage stored up. And let's say I rewind. It blows up and pulls them all into that explosion. Right, and they've taken some damage. So some enemies have died from it. As it does deal blast damage. So it's not a super strong damage type or anything. I'm going to bring out some corpus text just to show you that it does work. Right, so I'm going to grab some energy. Right. activate my rewind ability, and you see damage counter going up. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Yeah, none of them are alive. Hold on, let me spawn some more. And just sit here. And you can see, blew them all up. Killed absolutely every single one of those corpus stack. But yeah, again, I haven't really messed with that as a nuke. And I'd just rather use the turrets and the dispenser and just use that combo. So yeah, guys, I think Protea is honestly in a really good spot. Even before the buffs, I thought she was really good. And I know a lot of people were disappointed that she's an engineer frame and she doesn't have turrets that last 30 plus seconds or forever. But if you're looking for something like that, I think you'd be way better off just using Wukong and the forced weapon glitch. Now, what the forced weapon glitch is, you just unequip your melee, and your clone will just use whatever is in your first slot. And if you don't have a primary, use your secondary, right? And you can use something like the Brahma, and it will absolutely go to town for you because it doesn't have any duration, it just has health. So just load up on power strength and you're good to go. But yeah, anyway guys, that's all for me. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.